So first of all, for those people who are joining for the first time, what is PMP Marathon? PMP Marathon is 60 question answers made by certified PMP. I will be solving 60 question answers as we move forward. There are a few ground rules that we need to follow as we move forward. The number one ground rule is that if you have any question, put it in the chat box. While as we move forward, you can also raise your hand. But the first thing is that if you have any question, please feel free to put in the chat box. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. We have booked 4 hours. And even if you have questions after that, I to answer any single question. People who are watching at LinkedIn, at YouTube, a different medium, just message us. We will send you the link on my message me on WhatsApp, the number you can see on your screen. Message on that number, and I will be sharing the link to you. This is an entirely free session, so anyone who wants to join, they can join this session. The number is on your screen. Just message me, and you can join this session. Secondly, the before we start the session, we'll be sharing success journey of one of my student who cleared PMP actually from India in just 6 days after the batch. First, and this will be your opportunity to ask him any question. This guy cleared in just 6 days after the batch. The ended on on Sunday, and today is Saturday. I woke up and I saw his message. Just to give the context, he joined Basics and he started watching the pre-training videos. For example, just like almost these days, like we have the next batch starting after 2 weeks. So he joined and he started watching the video. He fast tracked it and worked into that way. So first of all, Ismail, congratulations for clearing. I like your lightning. Ismail, how do you feel after clearing PMP now?
The same background. You see the lightning? I can feel the same.
You can feel
Actually,
this.
today is the housewarming ceremony.
Ah,
So yeah, the reason why I wanted to finish it today is because I wanted to make sure before entering my new house I
okay.
should be a PMP certified.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And you really worked it, you earned it. The hard work was there. So, yeah, that was beautiful into that context. Okay, let's talk about your journey, how the journey started, the entire thing. You know that how you have been into so many journeys. Like this, we have 15 PMPs, and you were in the almost every single journey that there was, right? So, why don't you share your success journey in that way, please?
All right. So honestly speaking, the idea of doing PMP came to my mind back in last year December.
Okay.
Some One of my colleague working closely with me, he is my senior. He suggested me, why not you do your PMP? I
Mm.
started doing a lot of research starting from January, February. I understood what PMP is. I was really fascinated. I wanted to pursue PMP, pass my certification.
Okay.
But then I enrolled myself in one of the institute in Bangalore, India.
Mm-hmm.
It was same 35 hours of course wherein they offer you 35
Mm.
PDUs. But the
Mm.
problem was the message or
Okay.
I
I'm not
wasn't
getting.
clear with the it ended. I was not consistent with my studies.
Mhm. Okay. So you were not consistent. That's what you are saying. Even you took the training before. And this happens to a lot of my students. They joined the program, they have taken the
And then
training,
yes,
they were not consistent. There was no follow-up system. Is that what you are trying to say? Your internet is going up and down,
exactly,
so I'm taking
exactly,
it from you. Yeah. So there was no follow-up system, right?
exactly.
So how do you think how much important the follow-up system is for PMP preparation?
Amir sir, let me connect to my
Okay, sure, sure.
uh,
You can connect to the other device. Guys, while he is connecting, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. You can put the question in the
phone.
chat box, and I will be for everyone put the questions in the chat box. Any question apart from congratulation, congratulation is of course are in orders, right? So yeah. So this is one of the thing that is the purpose of this session also. Like you learn through the question answers. We will be solving 60 question answers made by people like him. For example, Rakesh, who joined from Canada, he just shared his 10 questions. He shared 10 questions, and I am bringing those 10 questions also to this class. Okay, which we will be solving as we move forward. Yes, Ismail, please continue. I'm not able to hear you, Ismail. I'm not able to hear you. Yeah. Some so this is guys, you will get a lot of questions on virtual team. So while you work on your mic, let me ask them question. Okay, I'm unable to hear you, Ismail. I'm not able to hear you. Yeah. So no, not able to hear you. Guys, your question is the first question for PMP marathon. In which document will document it? Issue log, risk register, lesson learned register, or OPR, where you are going to document this problem. Okay, where you are going to document this problem, put it in the chat box. I will be answer your question. Please mute yourself, everybody who joined the class. I'm making some people co-host as we are making forward. I'm making some people co-host, my students, of course. Please, so that other people, when they join, just mute them. I don't want to mute everybody at the start so that that becomes a challenge. So the question is, where would you document this thing? Kasim, mute yourself, please. I'm muting you now. But everyone who joins, yeah. Continue, Ismail. Would like to hear your success story. Yes, Ismail, are you with us? One of the most important thing that I say in the PMP is consistency. Consistent effort can lead to result. Ji, Ismail, we can hear the
Uh,
background noise. Yeah.
yeah. Am I audible now, sir?
Yes, you are loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was saying in the month of, I think, May, mid of May, I found you on LinkedIn, and then I went through a lot of YouTube videos that you had posted on YouTube, and then I think the follow up system that you mentioned was also told in your YouTube videos. That's
Hmm.
what catched my interest. So I thought of enrolling, but I was like you always mention, I was a risk averse person. I did not wanted to pay $699 because I had already paid for a couple of trainings. I had
Hmm.
already spent a lot, but then you gave me that confidence. I joined. I think June 2nd is when I started preparing for it.
Okay.
I was not giving so many hours on daily basis, but then post I think June 15 is when I was very consistent, 4 to 5 hours, sleepless nights. I did not. Sometimes I used to miss my breakfast, dinner, and all that, and
Worth it.
finally,
All worth it. All worth that. You see, man, it is impossible to clear after 6 days. After six
yeah,
days. Okay. So now there is a very important lesson for everyone. He did people mocks. We were doing good. He did 180 mocks. He crashed it. Then he came to random mocks. Then he came to random mocks. Can you walk me through it? What happened in random mocks with you?
like you said, sir, people mocks amazing, good score, 75 plus. Normal mocks, 180 mocks, again in between 75 to 80, between 70 to 80.
Okay.
Now comes the random mock, the first random mock. I scored 51, and followed by 50 to 55. One mock I remember I scored 65 when you mentioned it's a good score if you are doing a random mock and scoring 65. I think, sir, the reason let me tell you honestly, the reason why I passed PMP was because of the random mocks
Hmm.
and the RCA. RCA is the key. Unless you have to do the mocks and do the RCA to understand. Let me tell you honestly, I got 15 to 20 questions word by word. I'm
Hmm.
not kidding.
Hmm.
Word by word from random mocks.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That point in time, I did not even have to think. You you,
Hmm.
you know right, that muscle memory will be there.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah. The thing is that those random mocks are made by certified PMPs. Those random mocks are some of the mocks used in PMP marathon. This is the importance of PMP marathon. When I say that PMP marathon is important. That's the reason. Because exactly now you see, I am doing this marathon for 2 years. So whenever like you will give me some 10 to 20 questions for sure, I will put
Definitely.
those questions. That's why my mock simulators are keep on updating, keep on updating. So Sarah is asking, how would I get it? Once you do all the topic mocks, then I will give you PMP simulator. Then you will do it. You have, I don't think so, Sarah. You have done the topic mocks. Once you do it, you will get it. Okay. So let's talk about exam. You booked exam last night. You never told me. What was that?
Like I said, sir, I was really tired, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. I
Hmm.
decided it's okay. Even if I fail, I have nothing to worry about. Maybe there is something better for me. That is, the level of frustration I had in my mind because I had done too much, sir. You believe it or not, 6 hours, 7 hours after office, nine
Okay.
to 8 is my office, 8 to 2, 8 to 3 is what I used to spend. So I booked the exam. There was slot. I was checking, is there any nearby slot that I can get?
Yeah, we
So
were looking
immediately,
nearly 15th July, right?
exactly,
We
yeah.
were looking near 15th July. That was my expectation.
But
Okay.
you already gave that spark, sir, to me to do the exam this week,
Yeah.
and I did not wanted to miss that.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about time management. How did you manage time?
Very difficult question, sir. 80 minutes, 85 minutes. Somehow, in the end, I was still pending with 7 questions, but I just had 3 minutes.
Okay. So you just marked them?
Yeah, I just read the options, the last line of the question. I
Hmm.
used that mindset, sir. It was
Hmm.
more about teams and issue log. I
Hmm.
still remember the last 6 7 questions. More into
Hmm.
teams and issue log.
Hmm.
So
Okay, okay. This is something that I really think about how the people work. Okay, which exam area was more targeted? Which were more important for your exam?
agile 40%,
Okay,
40% stakeholder and communication
okay,
together.
okay,
2 3% quality
okay,
procurement, again to hardly 3 questions,
okay,
closing 3 questions,
okay.
and I think risk 5%.
Risk 5%. Okay. So what would you recommend to those people? Now you have the entire batch six behind you, right? With
Yeah.
Shahi, with Ayman, with many students leading forward, but behind you. So first of all, I need your support for them. That is the first thing. Secondly, what would you advise them? How they should prepare for the exam? What are the things that they can do to get the PMP done? My goal is in the month of July, the batch 6 and batch 5 clear, or maximum by 15th of August. So what would be your advice?
So my advice would be do mocks and make sure you do RCA. Without RCA, no chance that you will be able to clear PMP.
Okay. So
You might
RCA,
have
RCA,
fundamentals very strong,
okay,
but then what RCA gives you, fundamental and reading by watching videos, will definitely not. So
okay.
RCA is very important.
Okay, okay, okay. That is important. Okay, guys. Guys, if you have any question, please feel free to ask him. This guy just cleared PMP, and you have an opportunity to ask question. You are my student. You are not my student. You are more than happy to ask him. Okay, okay. Where can we get RCA? What are you talking about, Sarah? You need to do your RCA yourself. You need to do RCA yourself now. How many drags and drop questions were there?
Six, sir.
Six
Around
drags and
six.
six
Yeah.
drag and drop questions. Okay, Safdar
Two
sir,
from
please ask the question.
two
Ji,
from risk,
yeah, two.
two
Thank
from
you, sir.
procurement.
Yeah. Ji, Safdar sir, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. First of all, many congratulations, Ismail, and you also,
Okay,
because this is also your contribution. And
okay,
Definitely
today
not
I have
without us.
talked, yes, today I have talked with Ismail telephonically when I read the messages. Last time in breakout room, we were in same breakout room and we discussed different things. And we really we wish him at that time that you will be the first one of us who will clarify this thing. And his concept was very clear. And Ismail, just I have one question regarding the drag and drop questions. How much they was there in the exam?
If you know the fundamentals, drag and drop, all 5 and 6, you will be able to easily, solve it.
Hmm. If you know the fundamentals, The drag and drop
Yes.
questions you can easily solve. And we will be doing today multiple drag and drop questions. He never attended any PMP marathon. As Safdar, as you know, we were supposed to do here. It's been just 6 days, and that guy did it with flying colors. Yeah. Okay. Ji Atar Saab, go ahead, sir.
Assalamualaikum. Uh,
Walaikum salam.
Congratulations, Ismail. So I was the
Thank you.
first one during our class. I told you that you are very fast compared to us, and we are lagging behind it. So once again, and I will give more credit to Mr. Amer as well and to you for the hard work you have put there.
Sir,
Uh,
I am a Google Map. I'm only My job is only to give you the shortest path as a Google Map. Ismail and everyone else has to follow that. Yeah.
Ismail, my question is,
Yeah.
I understand about the RCA. I mean, for each topic, whatever we have covered in our batch six, so that RCA will help, or only mock RCA will help.
So basically, RCA is done for your mocks. Once you complete your mock exam, you will have a set of wrong questions, right questions. What you will do is, post doing your mock, you go take an Excel sheet, and for every right and wrong answer, you see your mindset. First, though my answer is right, why was I right? Whether my mindset was right, and when there is a wrong question, you understand why I went wrong there, and what is the right answer here. So that's how you have to do it for every random mock. I'm telling you guys, do it for every random mock and all the 180 mocks. I'm 100% sure that this will definitely help you.
Okay. I want to add something here. Many people are asking what is RCA. For my students, we teach them on day one and day two. RCA is basically why you don't have to read book in my program, right? RCA is the biggest reason why you don't have to read book in my program. For every single question that we do the root cause analysis. I'll show you some examples, good examples of students who have done it. The purpose, and I will show you how you can do it. Even if you don't join our programs as moving forward, still you can do the root cause analysis of whatever the mocks you doing. If you have my simulator, if you bought it, you are my student, that's good. If you have from any other institute, still I do recommend that you go through that and make the root cause analysis. That is what RCA is. Okay, Ismail, Arya Bhatt is asking, when we talk about 40% agile question, is it only the mindset, that is four values, 12 principle, or it includes Scrum, Kanban, etc., etc.?
Hardly 3 or 4 questions from Scrum, sir. No question from Kanban. It's the mindset, the agile mindset
Hmm.
with 4 values and the extension, the principles. If you have that mindset, I think that should be enough.
Okay. Did you read the booklet? Did you read the PMP booklet?
Today, PMP booklet,
Smaller one.
the smaller one. Today in the
Yeah.
morning, I woke up for Fajr prayer. I offered prayer, post which I read this book for 20 minutes and I went to give the
Yeah,
exam.
exactly. That is the purpose of that as a last week preparation material. Thank you, Ismail. Thank you very much, guys. Before we start PMP marathon, anyone has any question they would like to ask, this guy is just a legend. He just did PMP, and in a style, he joined the program, and in 6 days after that training, he is certified PMP. Now you see, in 6 days he gave 6 hours, 8 hours, things like that. Even we have up and down and up and down in the program. I kind of yelled at him multiple times, don't worry about random walk, we'll get that better there. But the most important thing is he got it. Thank you very much, Ismail, for your time. I wish you best of
Thank you
luck.
so much, sir.
Send me
Thank
your
you so
picture.
much for your help. I think it wouldn't have been possible without your help. Your follow up made me, stay motivated. When I said, sir, I can't, I'm not able to, you motivated me. I think that is what made me clear this PMP exam in such a short span of time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I am happy that the journey ended in a positive way. Now enjoy your new home, enjoy your certification. Send me 20 questions for next PMP marathon. We will be using
Definitely, sir.
that. Okay, we will be using that. In addition to that, send me a picture. I will cut this video and put it into a different file, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you very much, Ismail, for your time. Best of luck.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So now we will start officially the PMP marathon. The purpose why I could have asked him to share the journey later on, but I wanted to start this journey with basically your way. that you can also get motivated. Okay, if he can do it, so can I. Yes, it takes hard work for sure. But without hard work, nothing great can be achieved. If something is important, if something is key, you have to do hard work. Okay. So before we even start solving question answers, I will tell you how to solve question answers. If I am making you co-host, Atar, I am making you co-host. Okay, guys, I'm making some of my students as co-host. Please, as we move forward, add those people who are coming. Okay, add those people. If their mic is unmute, I'm making you co-host. Okay, so so that we can work into the best possible way. The first and the most important thing I'm gonna share, even if you're my student, pay important attention there. How to solve question answers. Okay, how to solve question answers. I recommend using my 7-step formula. My 7-step formula is basically after multiple iterations, I have developed this thing for you guys. What is the best way to solve questions? Guys, if you are watching at LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, my number is shown there. Message me. I'll share you the link to join in this session. This is a question answer session. So if you are preparing for PMP, feel free to join. It's entirely free. Okay, so when we talk about the most important thing in the question answer is step number one. Read the question slowly. Read the question slowly. Why do you need to read the question slowly? Because when you read it fast, you actually have to reread it. But when you read it slowly, you can visualize the question, you can understand the question in the best possible way. Step number one, very critical, very important, key for PMP exam. Step number two, if the question is more than three-liner, especially more than three-liner, you do it for all the question, but especially if more than three-liner, read the last line first. Most of the time, the real question is what should the project manager do first? What should the project manager do for future? So the last line, reading the last line can actually help you to solve the question in the best possible way. These two are very important. The next is more important. As we move forward, things become more and more important. Keywords. Okay, so if you can identify one or two keywords in the question, okay. No, Pradeep, you are asking to allow the recording. No, the recording will only be provided to PM students. It's a live only session. So you need to identify the keywords in the questions. By the way, I will give you for those who stay till the end, 70 tips and trick. That's a small booklet, small line, like 70 lines there to identify the keywords. This will help you. If you identify the keyword, you can do it easily. Identify where are you? Are you in initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing? Where do you stand right now? Identified. Initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, closing. Where are you? Is it a predictive life cycle or agile? And if it is not mentioned, consider each question as hybrid. The hybrid means you need to raise a change request. The hybrid mean you need to follow the flow. That is the purpose of hybrid. Okay. The next is, are you a product owner, scrum master? 90% questions will be that you are a project manager, but still, if the question says you are a sponsor, product owner, it can be. So we need to understand that. If you don't do any other thing, if you don't do any other thing and just do 7th step, you can clear PM. 7th is the most important step. Most important step. It is use elimination technique. What do I mean by elimination technique? Go to option A. Go to option A. If you feel option A is the right answer, don't select it. Mark it. Go through option B. If you feel B is wrong, you must justify it. You must eliminate it. Then C option. you must eliminate it with reason. And then D. Most of the time, what happened? We see A, we read it, we pick it. But D is a better answer. This is 100% possible that D is a better answer than A. So elimination technique demands, it requests that you go through every single option. You go through every single option, you identify it, you work on it, and you do that. So this is my 7-step formula. As a 8-step, once you are done with the question, review the question, review the question, identify from the explanation. For example, if you are doing on my mock, they or any other simulator, I hope they have given the explanation of the question. Read the explanation. What does the explanation says? Every single question, both right and wrong, it must give you at least one lesson. What did you learn?
Um, Amir, so you're muted.
You are not audible. You are not audible.
I changed my mic. Can you hear me now, guys? Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, the problem may be with the shoe. I don't know what it does. Okay, so the 7-step formula is the holy grail for PMP. 7-step formula is what we need to follow. Just since my voice go down, so just to understand that one more time, I'll show you the 7-step formula. Follow that formula for your PMP. Okay. Read question slowly. Last line first. Identify keywords. What process group is there? Life cycle. Use elimination technique, and that's it. So we will solve starting from question number 1. Put your answers in the column. Put your answer question in the column, and you will be able to answer. Please share screen. Guys, are you not able to see the screen? Put in the chat box. Are you able to see the screen? We can. So Sean, you have a problem. Okay. So guys, put your answers in the chat box, and your question starts now. Question number 1. Okay. So for each question, I'm gonna give you 20 seconds. Let's see what answers do we have here. A, A, D, A and D, but not operation. A, D, D, B. Okay, this is a very interesting question. The question says that select that all applies. You are a planning consultant working with a large organization. You are advising them on a portfolio management. From the option below, which statement accurately depict the principle of a portfolio management? So what is portfolio? Portfolio is a combination of project, program, and operations. Portfolio in managing projects that may be largely unrelated to each other. It is now this is a very interesting question. Select all that apply. Normally in your exam, you will see the question will say either 95% questions, one option will be right, but there will be some question that can say right or three. Okay, so exam will mention select 2 or 3 right, but however involves managing project that may be largely unrelated to each other. Can be return on investment. Okay, no, that is not the primary benefit. Confidence in sport or senior executive can include project, program, and operation. If it is and operations, so what operations? So this is the right answer for sure. A is the right answer. There is no doubt into that. A is your right answer. Okay. No, not A, B, C. Not right. A is the right answer and D is the right answer. So A and D are the right answer. The benefit. Please mute yourself. The primary purpose of the portfolio is not to just increase ROI, return on. It is not that. Portfolio can be designed for intangible elements. What about that? It is not the primary purpose. The program can be to return on investment. Portfolio is not only return on investment. Gain confidence. No, this is not the purpose. So A and D are the right answer. However, in the exam, you will see here select 2 right answers. Okay. In this question, the exam will say select 2 right answers. Guys, keep putting your justification into it. No, it is not necessary, Sarah. In program, all the project should be related to each other. In portfolio, it can be related, it can be unrelated. It's not necessary, my friend. Okay. So A and D is the right answer. Okay. Amer, what does the author mean when it says but operations? Means operation is also included. Okay. Operation is also included in it. That's what the author is trying to say. So because portfolio includes project, program, and operations. Okay, let's go to next question. No, operations mean operations are included, Shafan. Let's solve the next question now. D. I see many options. D, A, D. Samsung is saying A. Hammer is saying C. So we have multiple options here. D, C. Okay, let me read the question. As a PM, what should you do? Read the last line first. Step number 1. In an automotive project, the team anticipated that the government would develop more stringent safety standards. The compliance question, guys, as I am writing on it with Apple Pencil, in exam, you have a mouse, you can actually highlight it in the exam in the next 6 months. But your project will be in execution phase. The team created WBS component for the deliverables about compliance. Did not create any activities for this component. Approximately, the government released the anticipated new standards. What should you do now? Focus on the issue to resolve this. Not bad. A is a good option, but elimination technique says you go through every single option. You go through every single option until you get the right answer. Okay. Use contingency reserves. Okay. Raise a change request to incorporate the newly compliance requirement. Can be, not a bad option. I wouldn't eliminate C option. I see many people putting D directly, but I would not eliminate C option. Guys, Hari Babu, you are putting C. Nimrod, I can see in the chat box. Please give the justification of the question. Give the justification of the question. Can be managed proactively, refer to as this was an anticipated risk. Very importantly. So here in this question, the team created WBS associated with the about to change compliance. They already know. They identified it. Identified goes to risk register. Okay, you don't need a change request to handle. You don't need a change request to handle that. It's not an issue. You already identified it. You have a risk register to handle that. D is the right answer. Important thing to notice that since you identified it before, so handle it accordingly. You identified it before. That is the reason to handle it before. Okay, so handle it in that way. There's an option for everybody. In the chat box, there's an option when you are messaging, send it to everyone or send it to me. Please send your answers to me. I can see Faisal, Shivam, Fazan, Chaudhary, Naf, Sara, Attar, Safdar, Shafiq, Samson, Sima. You are sending to everyone. Please don't do that. Send it to me. The reason is that if many people put D, everyone will try to give the same answer. This is called bandwagon effect. You don't want to be out of the group. You don't want to be wrong, right? So you want to be right. So this is a very important thing. I would request everyone. So please do this thing. Okay. Please do this thing so that everyone can learn together. Otherwise, they will be tied to kind of a bandwagon effect. Send answers directly to me. There is an option. You can send answers directly to me in the chat box. Please kindly follow that. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next question. D is the right answer here. Next question. Okay. So what answers we have here? And Nimra, please send answers to me. Okay, Shafiq, C. Nimra Abasi, I told, please send answers directly to me. Okay. D, 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 C, 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 C. Philip, send answers to me, please, kindly. Okay. Okay. So let's see what the question is. I try to read everybody answer before giving the answer. The project schedule baseline has already been approved. What should the project manager do? Diverse members, a few members are expert, less than 1 year of experience. Schedule has been approved. Replace, we never replace. We never do that. Always, whenever we identify the training requirement, we provide the training. Ask the less experienced perform the task exactly. Not a bad option. At least between A and B, B is better. Ask each experienced member to mentor the less experienced. Good. This can be a very good option. Okay. Let me review all the performance. No, C is the right answer. So this is peer programming kind of a training way that we worked into that way. So C is the right answer here. Big question. D, C, D, C, D. Okay, we still have 15 seconds. Okay, it's a long question. Okay, so don't worry about the long questions. Just, I would say, slow down a little bit more. What should you do to address this issue and ensure the project stays on track? As the senior manager, you have noticed that several project managers are struggling to meet the timelines due to lack of clear communication and coordination between teams. This is causing delay and budget overruns. Now that is a thing that happens in the projects. Okay, so kind of the problem here to identify is keyword. Okay, if you identify the keyword, why the project timelines, this is the keyword. Clear communication and coordinations. Okay, promote a competition based approach among the team. A has nothing to do, it will not increase the collaboration. We need more of something which is the collaborative in nature. Assign a liaison from the PMO to meditate communication. Not a bad option. I wouldn't say B is bad option. Restrict the intercommunication to written to minimize meeting and focus. No. We don't. Written is the least form of communication. I'm not gonna standardize integral. D is the right answer. C is not the right answer, guys. Many people putting C as an answer. Hari Babu, Chowdhury. No, we don't want written communication. We want between, like, if I have to choose two options, if I have to choose two options, I would go between A, B and D. They are the two options. I don't want the written communication to happen. That is the least form of communication. So yeah, lack of clear communication can be resolved with that. But there is no coordination between them. If you look at the option number C, restrict only to that. We don't want it. We say we want a coordination. So D will work into that way. That can gives you the all the things that is needed in this all. So D is your right answer, guys. D will be giving you all the things that will help you to solve that problem. So D is the right answer. Big questions, straightforward. This actually happens in the first section of your exam. The first 20 questions are like a punch on your face. For those people who are watching at LinkedIn, Facebook, they can message on the number being there, and my team will send you the link to join the program, to join the class, live class session here. Okay, so I see. Okay. Surya, there's an option you can send message to me. Please do that. CD, 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 C. Thank you, Surya. Okay, say go. Okay, D can be. Okay, let's read the question. What is the best approach to address the situation? You are the project manager for the software development company that is working on a new project for client in the health industry. The project involved creating a web-based application for managing the records. The client has provided a detailed list of requirements and has allocated budget of this. During the planning phase, you discovered that the project team lacks experience in developing application. So they lack the experience. So you identify the training requirement. At any time you identify the training requirement, okay? Reevaluate scope and timelines by conducting additional market research. It has nothing to do with that. Why would I do that? Initiate a risk analysis to evaluate impact. Not a bad option, I wouldn't say. I'll park it for better options. Okay. Irba, there is an option you can send answers to me. Surya, again, you are sending answers to everyone. I said it 2-3 times. Send answers to me, please. Irbaz, you also send it answers to me, please. Initiate a thorough risk analysis. Okay. A thorough risk analysis to evaluate impact. Okay. Identify the knowledge gap within the team. Okay. So we are identifying the knowledge gap. Alternative, consider collaborating who possess. Yes, this can be a very good option. Ensuring communication protocols. No, that is not the problem. The training needs a, like, guys, one of the thing that you will be doing throughout the project is you will be identifying the training needs of the project managers. Okay, you will be identifying the training needs of the project. Once you identify the training need, you work into that and you will provide that thing. That is one of the purpose in the projects that we will be looking as we move forward. So that is exactly what has happened in the options. So especially if you notice with the long question, if you slow down and read the option uh, again, okay, you will be able to get this thing done. So the right answer will be C option. You need to identify the training needs is identified, you work with them and you go for that. C is the right answer. Next question. Okay. The DASA project manager is conducting undervalue management and discovered that the CPI is good. Well, surprisingly, despite having the sponsor lack the confidence in the project performance, what should be the potential reason? Estimated completion value seems to be bothering. It can be. It can be. Not a bad thing. It can be. Okay, I see B, C, B, C. The planned value is greater than the under value. Okay, can be, which means
यार
SPI,
पीएमपी का देखो
SPI is bad. Okay. Please, Safir, mute yourself and don't. I muted you. Don't unmute yourself currently. The session. The team did not reference the lesson and repository during cost estimation. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. There have been recent changes to the cost baseline. No, that has nothing to do with that. So the only reason he can be your CPI is good. That's what the question is saying. Maybe SPI has a problem. Okay, so B is the right answer because we don't have any other information from the question. Okay, we don't have any other information. Anirudh, will the session will be recorded? No. This this is for the non-premium students. The session will be only live only. It will be available for $99 later as a recording. The recording will not be provided to non-premium students. Okay, can you explain more? The thing is that Chaudhary, there are two factors: SPI and CPI, right? SPI and CPI. The question here has given CPI, cost performance index. That is really good, right? But it has not given SPI. So this means it can be possible you are doing good cost wise, but schedule wise, brother, you can be behind. You can be behind. So that's why sponsor is worried. Is it clear, Chaudhary? Okay. So that's very important. B is the answer. No. A cannot be Sachin because the question is estimated has nothing to do with that. Estimated completion is directly with CPI. So your CPI is good. Automatically TCPI will be less than 1. EAC, BAC, the cost wise will be good. The only thing will be the schedule wise. Okay. Okay. Next question. Please mute yourself kindly, guys. Okay, option C. Give your justification why you are saying A, C, Faisal Ikram, Shafiq, Ayman. Why you are thinking any option is right or wrong? The justification should be provided, Divya. Give the justification, my friend. What should the project manager do? An agile project is running in the third iteration with duration of 2 weeks. Okay. The team members working in the project are constantly in disagreement one another over what is the best approach to develop a particular feature. Okay, there are group forming among two halves of the team. Okay, disagreement in the daily stand-up. Okay, ask a team member to not disagree with the option that is out of the way. Let the self-organizing team solve the problem. Okay, few concepts we need to understand. Few of the concepts we need to understand in agile. The team are self-organized. Let the team do their work. Let the team do their things. But if the problem happens, you need to jump in. You need to get the things into your hand, because otherwise the problem can keep on happening. This is one of the reason in AHI. So there are 5 levels of conflict that we looked into that. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All level is there. In level 2, we need to, conflict is not additional, so better to jump in the resolve. So if we look into the question, okay, discuss the disagreement. This is not the purpose of stand-up. Stand-up has 3 things. Oh, sorry. A, what you did yesterday. B, what you are going to do today. C, is there any impediment, roadblocks, anything? So the purpose is basically to is there any impediment? Yes, there is an impediment. We already know, but we don't solve it in the stand-up. Stand-up is just a status sharing meeting. Like, we cannot ask them not to disagree. Let the team self-organize. The team is already divided into grouping. When, like, this is level 4, level 3, level 4 conflict, not level 2. In level 4, we have grouping and things of those nature. We need to facilitate, identify, worked into that. A very important thing, guys. What are the 5 levels of conflict? Level 1, problem to be solved, right? Level 2, disagreement. From here, problem. At step 1, we are discussing problem. At level 2, we are saying your way is wrong. Level 3, contest. For me to win, you need to lose. Level 4, crusade, also known as fight or flight. Here the grouping happens. Level 5, world war. The question says, we have divided it among 2 halves. It's not level 1 that I can ask them do themselves. Any level, we need to jump it and solve the conflict. This is a very important thing. We need to work into that and solve it. Question number 7. Okay, question number 8. I want you to match it this way. A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give you 2 minutes for that. Although 70 seconds is shown, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Level 5 is World War Monica, where team is fighting with each other. They can get physical abusive. We need to separate them. That is level 5, World War. Anyone who is watching at LinkedIn, YouTube, they can join our live program. They can join this session. This session is entirely free of cost. Just message me on the number and I will send you the link to join. A4, okay. Forming stage. Let me explain you this in a different way and then we can work into that. So this is basically Tuckman ladder, right? Tuckman ladder, also known as stages of team. Time, productivity. Forming, storming, norming, performing, adjourning. The team is new at the forming stage. They're trying to understand. They need direction, how to work the things. Here in storming, they are fighting with each other. We need to use active listening. We need to talk to them, tell them how the things are, so that can help them. Norming, things started getting better. Samsung, don't try to write on my whiteboard, please. Otherwise, I have to stop all the restrictions there. So forming, storming, norming, performing, agiling. Okay, forming stage. Now here we need to be directive in nature. A is 4 because I need to make a team charter. I need to be directive in nature. I need to tell them how to do, how not to do. For example, today most of the time I'm in directive in nature. Do this, do that. Because many people at any time, it's important also. At any time a new team member comes, we go to the forming stage. I need to tell them, don't do this, don't do that. Something it's okay. I just wanted to share. The thing is that this is important at forming stage to be directive in nature. At storming stage, I need to listen to them. I need to listen to them. So B is 5. Norming stage. Now things starting getting better, but I need to support them so that they continue to work into that. Performing stage. Performing stage is now people are right. I need to get less is fire, let them do their things, don't interfere. Okay. D is delegate. Adjourning stage, I need to recognize them, support them, work with good job, etc. etc. E can be 1. Please take a screenshot of this question. I have seen many times students sharing that this question came in the exam in one word. Okay, this is a very important rapid drop for you. Okay, next question. A. Guys, please give your justification. Sabdar, send message directly to me, please. Okay. Ali, send message to me directly kindly. There's an option you can send message to me. A. Everyone said A, so I'm not solving this question. Everyone has A as an option. Okay. Schedule a one-to-one meeting towards that. A is the right answer. Next question. Okay, Veera. Elimination technique. Good job, Divya. Please mute yourself. Somebody is unmuted. Kindly. Mahut, I see you are in a coffee shop attending the class. I like your commitment. Guys, if you can turn the videos on, I can see your beautiful faces. That will be great. It gives me more energy as we move forward. Okay, thank you, Shafan. Thank you, Sigu, Iza, Diyar, Ami. Ami, now you need to get the PMP done. Philu. Please turn your videos on, guys. I like to see your face. Okay, so B, 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 C and D are eliminated. Okay, B, 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 A, B in agile. We don't say no to customer. B, B. Saad Khan is saying D. Okay, Safdar is saying D. Okay, so let's see the question. What steps should you take to address the stakeholder concerns while keeping the project on schedule? As a project manager, you are using agile methodologies. A key stakeholder is unhappy with the progress and demands changes to the interface, which will require reworking. The team is behind schedule, and accommodating these changes would push the project further to track. Software, agile methodologies. A stakeholder is unhappy, significant changes. He is asking change. Agile, one of the value, but guys, put 4 values of agile in the chat box, please. Put 4 values of agile in the chat box. Put 4 values of agile in the chat box. Agree? We cannot extend the sprint duration. That is not possible. Compromise. Reject and continue. We cannot reject stakeholders' opinion. Escalate this. No, we don't escalate the issue to sponsor. And even if we want to escalate this, we still need to do B. So 2 people put D. Put that into the context. We never want to escalate anything. If I escalate, my job will be less. So B is the right answer. Next question. Okay, during the execution phase of a construction project, you discover that the sum of the material used do not meet the quality standards. The issue was detected during the initial quality inspection and has now been identified. The rework required to replace the substandard material will cause a significant delay and increase cost. Okay, how should you do that? Apologize the client and commit at no additional cost. Why in the world I would do that, right? Why in the world we will do that? You cannot implement. Convey a meeting with the project team to perform a root cause analysis and develop. B is a very good update. No, C, A and C I am gonna eliminate. It's easy. No, this is not. B is the only we need to do the impact analysis every single time. The project has CPI, SPI. Review the project scope. Okay. Implement the corrective action. Okay. Request, update the stakeholders. Okay. So what is the first thing we should do? Update the stakeholders, implement the corrective. Which corrective action? How do review the project scope is out of the way. It is not the right answer. Okay. Implement the corrective action. What corrective? Additional resources, I'm not gonna do. I don't have money. I'm gonna do that. Okay. So this question should be more, at least 1 or 2 liners should be more, but we do with the questions we have. We have defected equipment, and as a we provided the client by a spare motor with knowledge. Why you are Ashraf putting that mess? Defective equipment and as what? No, you do that, okay? You do that, but that should be done in the SLA. We don't do gold plating. First step is to review scope. No. So review project scope is not here. Why would I review the scope? There is nothing that is being said here about the scope. Yes, B is the right answer, as well as D. Both are right answer. Okay, both are right answer. Implement corrective action. I'm gonna go with them. This is not gonna help. This is not gonna help. The question is saying that what is the best course of action? Updating the status. Okay, that is good. But at the end of the day, I am behind at cost and I'm behind my budget. I need to implement something. So in that context, B will be the right answer. Thank you, Sachin. You're 100% right. I like your understanding. B. Ali saying D. Okay. A, C. So I have all the options. A, C, B, D. Good question. What should you do? What should be your immediate course of action? You are managing a complex project. Midway through the project, key component will be delayed by 4 weeks. Acha, that's an issue that the component is delayed. Okay. And that what that will do, it impact your critical path. You realize this delay could cause the entire project to miss that deadline. Could not have, leading to penalties and losses of stakeholder confidence. What would be your immediate action? Notify the stakeholders about can be not a bad option. Recess to fast track or crash can be a bad option. Cancel? No, I don't cancel the contract. I cannot cancel the contract in that way. If somebody said C, it cannot be done in that easy way. Okay. Initiate a change request. No, Ali, we cannot initiate a change request. We need to do this option. B is the only option. Like identify a possible way, do the root cause analysis, work like into that way. So B is like one of the key, I would say that always identify. No, why we are gonna renegotiate the delivery date, Payush? We haven't find the ways to do the crash and fast track. First, we will find the ways to crash and fast track. Then we would go to them. Hey, this is option one. This is option two. For example, let's say you're a project manager or I'm a project manager. I'm coming to you with a problem. That is one. Or I am coming with you, hey, this is the problem, this are potential solution, and this will cost you this much, this will cost you this much. Which one you want? You have the answers yourself, right? We don't want a person who come with the problem. We want the person who come with the solution. B is the right answer. Somebody is unmute. Please mute yourself. Kindly mute yourself. Okay, so what do we have here? A, D, A, A, D. Okay. See, what is your immediate response? Immediate response means first action. Okay. A critical deliverable has failed user acceptance testing that were not captured in the original requirement. Missing feature. You miss some requirement. The question is saying you miss something. Okay. The client is dissatisfied and is threatening to pull funding if these issues are not resolved. Okay. Your team is already stretching and incorporating this feature, but it will require what is the best course? Conduct a meeting to understand that can be a very good option. Escalate, no. Again, escalation is my last resort. Implement the even if means overworking, no, that is not allowed in PMP. Overworking it. That is straightforward. I cannot go with that option. C is out of the way. B, who put it? Ashraf, we don't escalate. NAF, we don't escalate it unless we have done every single thing. Fazan, Hari Babu, we don't want to escalate it unless I have done every single thing. Here, this first I will do A. If A fails, then B. Okay. Reject the client's feedback, explain that. No, we cannot reject client. Somebody put D answer. We cannot. I don't want to escalate it. Guys, write it down in bold letters. You don't want to escalate it. In the PMP booklet, right? I put it multiple times. When do we escalate it? By the way, if you are my student, you will get if you don't have this PMP booklet, this is like 18 pages. You can see behind me. Let me show you. This PMP booklet. If you don't have the e-copy, you can get it from e-copy from me. If you are in Pakistan, the e-copy, the printed copy will be available from next week. You can buy that. For those students who are not my students, this is like cup of coffee, $8 I put it there, right? So it is the entire summary of PMP. It is for a final day preparation, right? It is, you see, this is the entire thing. So I do recommend you buy this, and this is just $8. If you don't want to join my program, then you can buy this. If you join the program, you will get everything as a complimentary. Okay, so A is the right answer. Like Rafia is my student, he just messaged me, please send me the PMP booklet. Sent it to you, Rafia. Okay, so what do we have here? A, C, B. Again, we have all the flavors or options. Say, maybe. Ali, there is no maybe. You have to do the answer. Okay. So, what steps should you take to manage this situation effectively? You are managing a high-stake project that is critical to your company's strategic goal. Midway through the project, you encountered a significant technical issues. Midway to the project, you encounter a significant technical issue that was not anticipated in the risk management plan or risk register. The issue threatens to deal. Your team is working hard, but progress is slow and stakeholders are becoming increasingly anxious. What steps you should take? Conduct and update the plan to include the problem. It should be risk registered. Risk management plan does not have any risk in it. So what he is trying to say is the risk register. Okay, so that is the first thing. Communicate with stakeholder about the issue, the impact. Okay, reallocate resources to focus. No. Pose. No. C and D. So such challenging question when you have, you need to look into the details, how we work into that question, right? How we work into that question. Communicate with stakeholder about the issue. That is the first thing. The potential impact and steps. B is the straightforward answer. No, the problem has happened. It's not a risk anymore. It's an issue. Kanan, it's not a risk anymore. It's an issue. So for the issue, we need to put it like if we go to the steps of issue log, something has happened that was not planned. It's an issue. We put it in the issue log. We do the root cause why it was not identified. Check and raise a change request if needed. Communicate it, update it, and reoccur. So this is the sequence we use. So B is the right answer. Next question. A. Divya saying D. Again, Divya, we don't go to sponsor. Okay, A is the right answer. Okay, A is the right answer. Next question. How should you handle this situation to minimize disruption to the project? In the middle of a critical project, a senior developer unexpectedly resigns. The individual was responsible for several key components, and their departure will cause a significant knowledge gap. The project is already behind schedule and finding a replacement. How should you handle? Immediately begin the process of recruiting, consult to discuss delay, use the contingency reserves. Now, this is a good question. Okay, so what do we have? Start finding replacement. A maybe put D, B. Okay. Delay the project until we cannot do that. Consult with the sponsor to discuss the impact. So this here is can be a problem, can be the answer. Process of recruiting with while redistributing the departure team member task among the remaining team members. Same will take time. It is behind the schedule. Okay. Use the contingency reserves. He's unexpectedly. Okay. Unexpectedly, contingency reserves are for identified risk, not for unidentified. He basically left unidentified. D is not the answer. Okay. C is not the answer. We are left with A and B. Consult with the sponsor can be, but A is the better answer. A is the better answer. Your project is highly innovative, involve significant technical risk. During a risk review meeting, several new risks are identified that could derail the project. The project sponsor is concerned whether the project should proceed. What steps should you take to address the concerns? Okay. Develop a detailed risk management plan, risk mitigation plans. Can be. Recommend terminating? No. Reassure the sponsor the team is capable. Delay the project? No, A is the only option here. Okay. A, D, A, D, A, D. Some people are still sending message to everyone. Request you to please send directly to me. Let the people send, don't disturb. Okay. You are managing a project with a diverse team, including members from different culture background. Okay. Recently, you notice a decline in cohesion and increase in misunderstanding, communication gap, or things of those nature, right? Things of those nature can be. Some team members express frustration how organized is a very good option, replace no, implement no, conduct individual. So you see two options are nonsense. This will be in PMP, B and C is not. D is a good option, but A is the best answer. Next question. Please mute yourself. P for profit. Okay, during the planning phase of a large structure, you discover that the cost provided by your suppliers are significantly higher than initially projected. Threatens to exceed the project budget and there are no additional funds. You must find a way within what is your best course of action. Negotiate, reduce funding, delay the project to explore. A is the right answer. Okay. So we'll take 10 minutes break. But before we go to the break, I would like to invite all of you who are joining, who have still not joined our program, that one of the reason, like we started this with the success journey of a guy who just cleared PMP in 6 days after that. This is just one success story. In this week alone, we have 15 more people. And with him clearing, we have now 297 PMP in 2024. In 2024 alone, with 99% success record. That is the biggest in the world. And there are straightforward reasons. Very simple and straightforward reason. And the reason is my 7-step formula. And I want to take 4 or 5 minutes, then we'll go on break to explain you, especially for those people who are listening for the first time, what is this 7-step formula and how that can make sure you become PMP. You see, first thing is that we provide you training. Let's say if you go for a one-to-one program, that is $1,500, that is an entirely different beast. That is entirely customized according to your requirement. That is my one-to-one program. Okay, that is entirely different thing. This is group program. It will start on 19th of July, 19th, 20th, 21, like almost after 11 days, just after 13 days. After 13 days, it will start. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 26, 27, 28. It will be 6 days of immersive training program. What do I mean by immersive training program? In this program, I'm gonna give you project charter template that you are actually gonna feel, learn from it, share with each other. We are gonna do stakeholder register and multiple other templates in this. In this 6 days training, I will teach you 150 question answers within the training you will be solving. In these 6 days, which are on 2 weeks, we will go through every single concept that you need to know. Every single concept that is needed for PMP, I'm gonna do for it. But we will get you will get PDUs. This is the best PMP training. You get recording, etc., etc. But I'm not talking about training at all. You may have taken training from anywhere else. The reason why our programs work is the next 6 steps. I will personally do follow up with all students, one-to-one or group. This is something I'm looking for. I do follow up with every single student. You see, you can take any training from Udemy, Edurica, Edu, so on. I can name Simply Learn. Thousands of institutes are there. They have better advertisement budget than me or things like that. There is no one doing follow up. There is no one who is actually asking you once that training is done, hey, where do you actually stand? Just like stand up, is there anything that we can do for you? Is there any question that is confusing you? The follow up till you become PMP. Till you become PMP. Not 1 month, not 2 months, not 3 months, not 6 months, till you become PMP. Normally, my students become PMP, those who follow the roadmap in 1 to 2 months. But till you become PMP, I will personally do follow up with you. We have, this is 1 PMP marathon. We had Thursday coaching call, Tuesday coaching call, Monday coaching call. We have 3 to 4 coaching call every single week to make sure you are on right track. And this is basically managed. Normally we are 20 to 25 to 30 students in our class, where we go into depth, we do breakout room sessions, immersive trainings things. Then these 3 things, what I call as success coaching system. I will give you a roadmap according to your requirement. If you can spend 4 hours a day, I'll make sure you become PMP in 1 month. If you can do 2 hours a day, I'll make sure you PMP in 6 weeks. 1 hour in 3 months. Every single student will get a customized road. You see, in my program, you don't have to read books. I had a discussion with one of the students from UAE. He's probably joining this batch. He told me, he took the training and he showed me one book from another author and one PIM book that they have given us this in printed form and I have asked to read it. That is not how you pass the PMP. We need to understand the requirement of each student and customize. I have written pathway to PMP, which you can see on background. You can buy on Amazon or all over the world. But you don't even have to read my book in my program. It is customized for your requirement, how you want to do it. Root cause analysis is the reason you don't have to read book. Then I will add you to my PMP aspirant group, the biggest community in the world, 24/7, answering your question answers from all over the world. This is the priceless thing. My simulator, he was talking about random mocks. Before reaching to random mocks, first I'll show you a tracker. First, you do all the topic mocks, then people, then process, then 180, that random mocks. And again, depending upon your scores, I will be customizing it for you. Everything is customized. Then you get the final day material, the last call, the mindset. You see, if I talk about the cost, only this should be $2,000. This is priceless. This, if you only want to join it for 1 month, this will be $500. This is $250. This is priceless. You can get it for $250. This you can get for $150. But the entire thing is not 5,000, 10,000. It's $699. I do recommend you to join the program, like how we move towards it. Okay, this guy Vishal cleared from India, Jawad cleared from Afghanistan, he cleared from Pakistan, he cleared from Saudi Arabia, Kaisar, right? Kunal cleared from Canada. He's a very senior professional, cleared from Pakistan. He cleared from India, Oman. Actually, Ashok is he's from India, but he's in Oman. Okay, India. I can go on Saudi, India, Canada, Pakistan, Saudi, UAE, KSA. That it all comes down to one thing: you want to do PMP or not. So let's have a 7-minute timer, 7-minute break, and we'll come back after that. Solve question from 21. And if you want to join, you can ping me personally, and we can start your training. Okay, guys, time's up. Let's get back to the business. Question number 21 in front of you. Your project is in the final stages when a regulatory change is announced that affect compliance with the new regulation is mandatory and failure will result in significant penalties. Integrating integrating these changes will require revisiting the completed work. Immediate hold already signed the team to desk, notify and its impact, perform an impact to the extent required to develop. Incorporate. Okay. I mean, why not C? Why not C? Why not C, guys? People are putting B as an option. A is not option B. About the and its impact on the do the impact analysis. Now, where did you do impact analysis? Yes, this is an option, but first comes C. C is the right answer. C is the right answer, guys. Okay, so you are leading a project. It's a long question. Okay, how should you handle this situation? You are leading a project to develop a new product, and guys, message in the groups. Batch 6, batch 5, EMP aspirant. Point. The class has started. People can start joining. The marketing team has promised you are leading the project to develop a new product, and the team has promised several features to the customer that were not included. These promises have created an unrealistic expectations and additional pressures. The marketing director insists that these features are crucial for the success, crucial for the success and must be included, even though project is already behind schedule. How should you handle? Update can be B, C, D. B is the right answer. You are managing a project with a deadline, and one of the critical subcontractor is facing financial difficulties, causing a delay. This delay jeopardizes the entire schedule. What action should you take to mitigate this risk and keep the project? Okay. Negotiate a revised schedule with the insurer. So be revising a schedule with him, that will be a problematic. Why I would do that? It's his problem. Like he's having that problem. That's not my problem. Somebody put B. Okay. Reallocate. No. A is the best option. A. As a project manager, you are responsible for delivering that involves. Recently, one of the stakeholders has become uncooperative. Their demands are unrealistic. How should you handle? Meeting, escalate. So when we go to the PMP booklet, one of the most important thing we need to read and understand is that this sequence we need to follow. This stakeholder and communication, having a face-to-face meeting with them every single time, okay, can help us. A is the best answer. I'm gonna skip this question. Say, show transparency. Guys, do count the questions when I'm skipping it. And show transparency or retrospective. Nah. Okay. 125. Okay, let's do this one. Frank has been meeting with stakeholders to flesh out and understand the requirement for his new project. Frank has been meeting to flesh out and understand the requirements for his new project. Which activity would likely not to engage in? Hari Babu, not to engage in. The question is not engaged in. We are understanding the requirement. This prototype can be used. Questionnaires and surveys we can use, facilitation can be used, inspection cannot. Oh, you put A. A is the right answer. So these questions now, you see, this is how the real exam is oriented. First, you have very difficult questions, then the question become reoriented to different direction. Okay, as a project manager, you wish to use a document that shows the work assigned to each team member. So this can be RASI. Okay, this is not the part of PMP, Yunus. This is not the part of the PMP. Who is responsible? RASI or RAM. Okay, again, A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very important question. Match it. You have 2 minutes. I have no clue on this. You should join Faisal more coaching calls. We have solved this question like 2-3 times before. Okay, proximity is how near you are to the risk. The interconnectivity, okay, the window of time in which the risk can affect one or more the project goals. Interestingly, all are right. This can also happen. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4. All are right. They are right. Proximity is basically when you identify the risk, and like risk has happened when you will identify. This drag and drop question can come in a different way, right? I made a video on this. This question, it's like, 9-minute question. Okay. I explain every single feature of the risk here. Okay. Every single feature I have explained it here. So that question, mark it for you. I put the link in your description that I'm sharing here. So this question you can mark it later for your review. This question, do watch it later 2 times. You will get this type of question in your exam. Okay. Okay, let's see this. Okay, Ali is managing a multidisciplinary project with a duration of 12 months and budget at completion is this. He calculated the project cost and schedule throughout earned value management at the start and end. The project was performing poorly at the start. If SV is 1.0, CPI is the project cost was too high. No. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to manage all of this. When SV is on, the project is on schedule. One is this, okay. The project cost is within the budget, okay. So CPI, this goes here, okay, was behind schedule, and the last one, which is goes there. So this is very simple. If you know SPI greater than 1 is good, CPI greater than 1 is good. Similarly, schedule variance should be positive for good thing, cost variance should be positive. This is clear to everyone. No? This is a very simple drag and drop question, but it is oriented into a that way that it takes your brain away. Okay, so you need to be very calm while solving such questions. After 25% of the project was completed, the customer made the decision to change the provider. The new vendor requested. What are the project areas that could be impacted if the requirements are not documented? Cost, close your eyes, schedule, closure. Okay, so quality can B and C is for sure. That is the most easiest option. In the exam, if the exam says select 3, we need to select 3. So 2 are right, the third one, B, C, D will be the right answer. Sarah is an agile project manager of a large complex with a varying degree of requirement. The client has recently requested a change in which can affect the project. What we need to do? Review the scope, meeting with the client to discuss its impact. Yes. B, no. C, no. Conduct a session, no. A is the right answer, guys. Straightforward answer. I'm skipping this one. Okay. Guys, are you counting the questions? No, because I am not. How many questions we have done? I want to make sure we do 60 question answers minimum. Kanan, how many questions we did? If you can put 43. No. We are at question number 43. So 30 questions we have done. Cool. Okay. Thank you, Arun. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Keep counting. Marine is managing an international project. The sponsor is asking for an updated version of a document, which will provide a specific high-level vision and it will inspire team. What will he share? Ali, the question is asking a high-level document. High-level document. High level. We will provide, whenever the question says high level, close your eyes, go there. Detailed, this. Preliminary. This is the keywords that you should know. Preliminary, we will go on with the business case. This is kind of the keywords that we need to look into that. Some of the keywords we need to know. Michael is managing a hybrid project and stakeholders have become very unhappy with the recent approved change. What should Michael first refer to take the matter further? Stakeholder management plan, project management plan, change control plan, risk register. We need to look at the strategies, how we can manage the stakeholders. Okay. We need to look at the strategies, what are the required to manage the stakeholder. Why he is saying it? Whenever the stakeholder says that, first we look at the stakeholder engagement plan. What was done? Why it was not? Why is not happy, man? B is the right answer here. Many people are saying, see, yes, if you want to do change, then you can go with the change. The question is not asking how you will handle that change. The question is asking how you will satisfy him. It's not the change, it's stakeholder that we need to work into. No, we don't go to the change plan. We need to look at the stakeholder engagement plan. Okay, B, C, A, D, A, B, C, D. Many people. So Sarah is a managing recently complained about the decision taken. She called the project team and asked them to group large number of designs and then review them. So trend analysis is basically looking at how the trends are moving. Okay. Scatter diagram is a correlationship. Histogram is basically frequency distribution. Affinity is basically categorizing things. And here we are categorizing them. So basically how we use infinity, first we do brainstorming, like we identify ideas and then we categorize them. Simple, straightforward question, to the point questions. All these questions can be answered if you have read booklet. Like I do recommend this, read 3 to 4 times minimum. You can read it in like 20 minutes. I'm managing project in the UAE. Recently, his project has been changed, and the sponsor for the new project, his project has been changed, and sponsor recently his project has been changed, and the sponsor has asked him for updated list of risk and their status, which what you will provide. Risk register has a list of all the risk response. That's not what we are asking. Risk management plan is how the process should occur. Okay, risk weekly, there is nothing like that. This C is the right answer. D was a made up term. Finally, a team question where you need to understand what does the forcing means, what does compromise. It is impossible you have exam without this question. Okay, so this question is kind of very important when we discuss this thing. I want to explain a little bit more detail before I go into this question. Whenever a conflict occurs, and there's a conflict, I like to put it in this way: concern for others, like I care more for others. Okay, I care more for others. Concern for oneself. Here, I care more for them as well as care for more for me. I go for win-win. I don't care for them. I don't care for me. I go for lose-lose. Here, win-lose, and here, lose-win. Okay. So when I go for win-win situation, I try to do basically problem solving or collaboration. This is basically I'm doing it. Problem solving, collaboration, confronting. I'm discussing with them, trying to identify the best solution. Okay. In lose-lose, I avoid the conflict or I just run away from the conflict, avoid or withdraw. Here, I want my way. I force the solution or I direct it. Lose-win can be accommodate. I say, okay, whatever you are saying, I agree to that. Accommodating or delaying the conflict, smoothing for some other time. Then we have compromising, which is also a lose-lose situation. But in order to be compromised, both parties have to give up something, right? So what did Jane just do? Jane, during a meeting, one of the team member had an argument on the key requirement. Jane knows that the team member is right, given her extensive, asked her to note down the requirement and commit that the team will review and address this requirement. Okay, how it is forcing? Okay, how it is any other option? We need to look into that. Please understand that how the question is working. Jane knows that the team member is right. She knows that, giving her extensive experience. She knows that she is right. She still asks team member to note down the requirement the sponsor is sharing. The sponsor is sharing something and commit to the sponsor as a team will review and address it. In order to compromise, he or she need to give up something. In order to withdraw, he or she only write down the requirement, don't discuss it. But here, and no, one solution is not selected. For forcing, it has to be one solution is selected. We did not select the solution. This is accommodating. We are saying we'll do it later on, some other day. This is that. Very important question. It's not about the question, it's about knowing all the options. You will not be asked actually in the exam for to exactly know the output or input, just knowing them can be important. The question is asking which of the following is not an output. The purpose basically is asking, because there will be no question on ITTOs. Okay, so which is not the output. So this actually is before that. So business cases. Understanding some tools and technique can be helpful. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. During risk management, you identify a risk with a low probability but high impact. What should you do that? Okay. You identify the risk, document in the risk and monitor it. Ignore it? No. Perform a quantitative risk analysis. First, we need to do qualitative analysis. Okay. Develop a risk response plan. I need to make a plan for that. Huh? Okay. So I'm gonna remove this thing. Okay. B and D is removed. Document it in the risk register. Monitor, basically when we say monitor, the the first part till this part is right, but this part, monitor it. Monitor is basically more towards those risks that are kind of low probability and low impact. So I need to make a plan for it. C is the right answer. What is the main purpose of our kickoff meeting? To sign off the project plan? No, Nishad, it's not that. To develop a plan? No. To introduce members, set expectations, understand what the requirements were. Right? B is the right answer. You are managing a project, realize that project is running over budget. What is the first step you should take? Request additional funding, identify the cause of. How many questions we did, Kanan? Twenty-nine. Identify the cost run. Okay. We'll take a break after this. So this is important, and you will be tested in the question about this, how this work. CPI and SPI. Where do we stand into that? We need to know that if CPI is what the project is over budget, okay, on budget, no, it is still not one. Ahead of schedule, no. Over budget, under budget, no. A is the right answer. Okay, so 40 questions are done. Let's take a 10-minute break. But before going to the break, one more time, I would like to request you, for those people who haven't still joined the program, I really want to help every single person who want to become PMP. I want to help you guys towards your journey, because PMP I know is important for you, right? And I want to work with you so that we can get this thing done in the minimum possible time. So if you want to become certified PMP, you still have that opportunity. You can join our program batch or one-to-one. Okay, and you can help me to become certified PMP. You can help me to help you to become certified PMP. So I look forward towards all of you who want to do PMP, and let's make this journey a memorable one. Okay, so let's have a 10-minute break, and after the break, we'll take it from there. Okay, guys, please come back and message in the group that the class has started again so that everyone can come back. Okay, so yeah, the class has started again. Please message in your button group, batch 6, batch 7, etc. Okay, the following is no, I don't know what it is. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself kindly. Okay, so message in the groups. Amar bhai, can you please share keywords again for the project charter? So for project charter, whenever the question says project charter, it will be high level. Whenever it is business case, it will says basically preliminary. Whenever it is project management plan or project scope statement, it will says detailed. Okay. Please turn your videos on, guys, so that I know that you are in the session also. Acha ji, 24 out of 40. Guys, keep checking your scores. Let's go with the last session and final session of the today class. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, so let's go with this question. Which response strategies should we first and why? Hmm. You're managing a software development project. During the risk management planning, your team identify a risk that could critically that a critical component may not be delivered. The delay could impact the entire schedule. Accept the risk and plan for contingency. Mitigate the risk by seeking, avoid the risk by changing the project scope to exclude. So in this option, if I cannot exclude that. Okay. I cannot exclude the thing. So let's go with one by one options, which can be option. Now this, of course, we can do that thing, accept the risk and plan for contingency. The question is saying that this can be there, okay? Acceptance, plan for contingency can be. Why it should be? The risk is too much, it can delay the project. So we have to accept the risk, maybe make a contingency plan. But that's kind of a reactive approach. Transfer the by risk contacting with the third party vendor. I don't know I can transfer the risk or not because it's a critical component. Mitigate the risk by selecting alternate vendors. Okay, avoid the risk by changing the project scope. Avoiding cannot be. That's for sure. Transfer I cannot do. The only thing that I can work is accept or mitigate the risk. I would go for alternate vendors because it's not your problem. Like we can do that. The problem is that the vendor has an issue here. Okay, so the only thing that is get resolved is by going for an alternative vendor here. So C would be the better answer in my patent opinion. C is the right answer. Okay, during a risk assessment, you identify a risk with a 10% probability of occurring and impact of 50,000. So simply, first of all, if it does occur, so it will become almost 10% probability. Additionally, you identify the risk with 40% probability and impact of which risk you should prioritize for mitigation and why. So $50,000 into 10%. What does the answer become, guys? Okay, and 40% into 10,000. What does the answer become? So 50% of the 10 is like 5,000. Okay, and this is 4,000, right? Something like that, if I'm not wrong. Okay, both risk, the risk with 10%, both risk should be, neither risk should be, they are low impact. No. So both risks should be prioritized, but not equally, because we have a difference of 1,000 there, right? Both risks are not equal. If both risk has same probability and impact, then we would work into that. If both risk was, let's say, 5,000 or 4,000, then it would be C option. So here we have one bigger risk, so automatically it becomes more priority. Okay, automatically it becomes more priority here. So whatever expected monetary value becomes, it has impact of 50,000 and 10K. So whatever is the probability uh, we get in there, we will look into that way. Expected monetary value, your EMV value, that is probability into impact, whichever has high value, it will have more value there. That is simple as it is. The simple question. A project manager is analyzing the risk. He decided to use a quantitative analysis to assess the impact of risk event on project objective. Okay. So which technique will we use? We'll use the B technique. B. And risk. Okay. Let's extend. Let's. During the forming stage, a team member is reluctant, engage and share their ideas. What is the best approach to do that? Assign a team member, publicly praise. Building a team activity can help us. That can be a good thing. C will be a better option. During a project review, the project manager find that the project has CPI of 0.85. Not good. The project is over budget. Okay. So I hope now these questions. Naf, how CPI is 0.85? How you are putting it under A? What you are saying, man? The CPI should be greater than 1. How you are putting it? The project is under, it is over budget, man. The bad thing, na? I guess you are tired. Is it, brother? Okay, I went too fast. That is the rule number 1. Okay, one more formula question after that. Will not do that. Please mute yourself, Pushtam. You know that when you come to the class, you need to mute. Okay, so project has a BAC. The earned value is actual cost is estimate at completion. So the budget at completion is with you. Earned value, you can calculate it. So and determine if the project is projected to over budget. It's simply you can do the calculation, you get it, it is over budget, and that's it. You calculate CPI, and simply you can go into that, right? So, we know estimate at completion is budget at completion divided by CPI. So when you calculate this thing, you can easily calculate your CPI. Where does your CPI fall? Okay. Or CPI, SPI. Why someone is? These are key questions. How many questions, Kanan, we have solved? I want to add some drag and drop questions more. 5 in total. 45, 46, 45. Okay. Okay. Okay, find a new sponsor to replace the one who resigned. Okay. An agile project is in the third sprint. The sponsor has resigned, and the project manager has been informed that the developer has also resigned. Additionally, some user stories were rejected in the sprint review due to regulatory. In the contract expiring, what should the project man address the regulatory compliance? That will be that, not a new sponsor. That is not your job. That is a governance board job. Somebody put this. That's not your job. That's above your pay grade, guys. Okay. A project manager has been assigned a new project in your organization that has historically used predictive. A WBS has already been prepared. However, the organization decided from to join the project from predictive to agile. The team is not yet fully trained in agile practices, and there is a no product backlog. What should you do? Assign a product owner? No, we need to provide the training them, guys. D is the best option to look into that. Okay, how we work into that way? An agile team is developing software and is currently in the fifth sprint. The client has suggested a new feature that can improve the user experience. However, the team has mixed opinions about the methodology. Some team members believe it can be developed in a short period of time, while others think it will take more than 50%. What should you do? Like, in order to get the estimation in the agile, there's a technique that is called planning poker, where we build a consensus among them. Okay, so we'll use that. Kanan, when we get 50 questions, do tell me. I want to solve some drag and drop questions. A little bit more. Okay, so a government project for road construction was awarded to a company but delayed for 2 years due to instability. After a recent election, a new government was formed and decided to proceed with the project under the same contract. What should the project manager do first? Review the existing contract terms and condition, can be assess, meet the new government official, conduct a risk assessment. So first thing is that understand their expectations. Government project was awarded but delayed for 2 years due to government instability. A new government was formed and proceeded with the project under the same contract. Review the existing contract. We can do assess the impact. Why would I do that? First, I need to understand, review with the understand expectation and any changes to requirement. Guys, new stakeholders are there. The question in a different way is saying that a new stakeholder has been identified. The new government is there. It's a new stakeholder. You need to go and meet that new stakeholders, how the things will work with them. So C is the best answer there. Okay. Ah, we get some drag and drop here. Question number 50. No, it is not done. Okay, so CPI greater than 1, it is under budget. This question is designed specially for one purpose. So whenever in the exam comes, you know this thing. Take a screenshot of this. Greater than 1 done is under budget, within budget. Over budget, project is delayed. So these, if you remember these key characteristic, your exam is good to go. Please take a screenshot of it for you. That's why I was not numbering it. But three people said number it. I said, okay. Still, Naf pointed out and Bhavana, you took time. Naf, you need to slow down. You read question very quickly. Okay, let's go to the next question. Uh-huh. A project has been identified for a project manager has been identified for a new project but the major scope is clear except for two independent requirements. So we have the requirement, we want to understand it, we want to move forward with them. So progressive elaboration will be used. D is the right answer. An agile team is working on a software development project in the second sprint. One of the key stakeholders want to see the progress. He informed the Scrum Master to understand the status and the how team is working. Invites the team to show the information. What will be the key stakeholder find on the board that will give him the information? This is scatter diagram. This is critical path. Okay. We are in the second sprint. How, Ayman, you are saying B option? This is scatter diagram. C is the right answer. Yes. You need to, in this question, you may have to pick on the right answer. You see, guys, the difficulty level of question is up and down and up and down. This is exactly what happened in the exam. Which approach should be appropriate? An organization has been assigned a complex project. A project manager has been identified. Charter is approved. The team is currently one of the critical activity has only a high level scope fixed. Due to lack of capacity, this activity must be subcontracted. It's a high level scope is fixed here, right? The team is considering various options to contract that. So what we would contract? This cannot be done. Fixed term contract or fixed price contract is used when scope is 100% fixed. So the question is high level, scope is fixed, not the overall. So B is eliminated, Faisal Ikram. Time and material, it's not a subscription model. So the cost reimbursement contract will be used when you know high level and you don't know the detailed on it. Okay. Guys, what is the question number is? How many questions we did? Which agile ceremony should the facilitate to address the issue? During a sprint review meeting, the client has suggested a new feature and informed they want to review, develop it on high priority. The team is concerned about the risk associated with the feature. Product owner wants to meet with the team to evaluate the risk in order to prioritize. Should the Scrum Master facilitate to address the issue? Okay. Okay. So 54 question. Product backlog refinement? No. Daily Scrum? No. It is a sprint planning. In the planning, we can do that, not in the retrospective. We want to look in the retrospective will be more into the next thing into that. So sprint planning, no. Oh, I put it already on the day. So yeah, what I am doing. I guess I need I am tired. Hmm. Requirement is there, right? Requirement is there. The requirement comes in sprint review. Okay. Demo plus product backlog refinement. That's the two part of sprint review. Okay. Now the product owner wants to meet with the team to evaluate the risk in order to prioritize the feature. What we are trying to do is we want to prioritize the feature. Okay. So the purpose of the backlog refinement is this thing. Okay. So D is the right answer. Okay. D is the right answer. Sprint review is two parts, demo and backlog refinement. So the backlog refinement is the answer here, not in the sprint planning. In sprint planning, we make sprint backlog. Product backlog is not prioritized. Yeah, sprint review is two part, demo and backlog refinement. Train the team on emotional intelligence. Let's do some one or like I want to solve one question, especially with you guys one more time. Where is that? PAT. Yeah. This question number 3, I want to solve with you guys. Very important question. I like this question a lot. I love this question a lot because 99% time people get it wrong. And when I explain this question for the last 4 or 5 question, okay. So when I explain this question, if you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay. This is a very important question. This will give you understanding of entire risk topic. Risk is probability into impact. Risk is probability into impact. Probability, when you make probability 0 or impact 0, this is called avoiding the risk. Okay. When you hire somebody from outside and they are responsible to take the action. For to be transferred, they must be responsible for the risk. They must be responsible for risk. If they are not responsible, even if you hired somebody, they are not. For mitigate, risk still remain, but the intensity is less. The intensity is less. Except is you say, okay, when the trigger will occur, I will take the action. Okay. Am I clear about the 4 risk strategies here? Let me open. Am I clear about the 4 risk strategy here? Good.
Yes.
Put in the chat box. Put in the
Yes.
chat box. Okay. These are the 4 risk response strategies that I wanted to share with you. Okay. That we have. Now let's go to the question. What has happened in this question? A project is at multifunctional planning phase. Okay. The project manager realizes a complex application is not feasible. Okay. Why it is not feasible? Number of resources. He has less people. Current number of resources is not like I want to pick a table. I cannot do it alone. I need to hire somebody and decided to hire more resources. Okay. The project manager identified temporary resources and sign SLA. Now, SLA is signed. SLA is not signed that the risk is on them. The risk is still on me. They are just providing me the resources. That's it. The risk is not shifted to them. It is not transferred. I did not wait for the problem to happen. I identified, handled it immediately. I did not accept it. Okay. So transfer and avoid has been removed from the option. Transfer and accept. Transfer and accept has been removed from the option. They cannot be the right answer. Now comes the most confusing part. We did not accepted it. We did not transferred it. Now comes the most important part. The problem is the probability of this thing happening is because I have less people. That's it. The question is not talking about anything else. I am unable to complete because I have less people. I hired the people. I have removed, killed that patent risk. No, Sarah, I have hired those people. I have avoided the risk. I have avoided the risk. No, it's not less risk. Risk is over. The question says you have less people, you hired the people. That's it. You have less people, I hired the people. Now it was one person to lift a table. Now there are 4 persons. Now we can lift the table. There is no problem at all. Okay. There's a table. I want to pick. The table is heavy. Okay. And now the question is saying only there is one problem. The problem is I don't have people. The problem is I don't have people. I hired the people. No, it is not transfer at all, Monica. I already explained. We don't have people. I hired the people. The people, Monica, no, there is no probability, na. That's what I'm trying to say. Where is the probability? The question says, this is the question. The application is not possible to complete because we don't have people. That's it. I hired the people. Why I chose this question to solve here? Don't do if, but, what, sir, what you are saying, it's still complex. That is not my problem for this question. For this question, the only problem is I have less number of people. I hired the people. To answer you, Monica, okay? To answer you, Monica, when the risk will be transferred, when the third party is responsible. We are hiring temporary response. If the app is completed, not completed, they have nothing to do with that. Right? The problem is we had less people, we hired the people, and the risk is. This is one of the most interesting questions, and I like to do this in the coaching calls because this actually strike your brain. That the term is said in that way, how the risk is avoided. The risk is avoided when there is no risk. And in this pattern question, the question says that you have less number of people, you hire them. Do think it about and discuss it further. Samir, please mute yourself. Samir, please mute yourself, brother. Thank you. Okay. No, it's not at all mitigation. That's what I explained to you. We have less people for that app. We hired it. End of story. Okay, let's do one more question. It's also just like this. Now, this question, if you have read this booklet closing topic, you must be able to answer it. This question is also very interesting. Now, again, you see, when we started this question answers, I gave you tough question. And I wanted to solve these last 5 question answers as tough question to give you something back, especially when you are sleeping. Even my brain was sleeping, just to give you back into the context how the questions are working here. A project manager has completed the following step. He finished a major IT deployment. Done. He confirmed that systems are working with the client. It has been verified by the quality team. I have informed the customer. Now, let's go to the closing steps from the booklet. Okay. Project is successful or unsuccessful, whatever the reason may be. Get approval from the sponsor for closing. Measure benefits, etc. Check procurements are closed. Start writing final report. Start writing lesson learned register. Update the lesson learned register, etc. etc. A very important thing, if a step is not mentioned, you move to the automatically next steps. Okay. You automatically moved to the next step. Okay. So let's go with the question. Okay. Let's go with the question. Now, step is saying deliverable, made, it has been accepted by the client. Okay. It has been accepted, verified, those things. What is the next thing to do? Many people go with the D option. It's not D. It's not C. You don't need to ensure. You need to check the procurements are closed. It's not your responsibility. And secondly, the question is not saying procurements are closed. If you read the option clearly, plan. What the procurement plan has to do? What the procurement plan has to do? Read the options very. I told you these questions are very mind-boggling. Procurement plan has nothing to do. Why would I update risk register? What I need to do, I need to get approval from the sponsor. That is missing. Then we need to update the final report. That is not there. The next step is lesson. A is your right answer. A is your right answer. Yes, Naf, it's A. It's A. You are missing a kava, right? Late night. Okay. Yeah, of course. That's why I said kava. Na? This question is too easy. 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 Okay. This question, we did something like that. Let's do it. Guys, didn't I gave you 3 keywords? When the question says you are doing high level, where are you? When the question is saying detailed, now you are changing your answer. Detailed. Ali, you are changing your answer. Now that is not good. Okay. Where are you? The question is saying high level scope. It's project chart. It's project chart. Guys. Keywords. This is do not do risk analysis. Risk we do risk analysis on the project chart. Who said we don't do, Sarah? Check the risk register template. It is detailed. It will go to project management plan. Project charter. Project charter has high level risk in it. We do that high level risk. Okay. So A is the right answer. Yeah. Next question. Sponsor make the project. Of course, I gave the scenarios. Not scenario. Sponsor can make or we can make. There can be collaboration into it. No? How many questions we solved, guys? Is it 60? Kanan, you were counting. And Harun, you were counting. 58. Okay, good. Let's count it 58. I'll do 2 more questions. A project manager to manage. So we collaborated with them. We collaborated with them. B is Mhm. Okay. Just like one more question, just like that. A project has been delivered. The project manager is executing formal closure. The project manager should update the bid documents. He should obtain stakeholder acceptance. He does not reassign the project manager. No, no. So B is the right answer. Final question, guys. And it is about failure of the project. Review the following project characteristic. The project is in initiation phase. The project get terminated. Must close the project. What is the first action that he needs to do? Project is in initiation phase. Rely on the communication plan. We don't have in the initiation phase. Okay. But the thing is that initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control and closing. Veera, Sachin, you are saying rely on communication plan. Your plan is made here. We don't even have a plan. This is not there. Okay. Close all procurement. Procurement happens here, and execution and monitoring it. There's no procurement here. Determine the impact of terminating by performing it already says that it get terminated. End of story. Organization guidelines, your OPS, policies, procedures, tools and templates will tell you how to close the project. Policies, procedures, tools and templates will tell you how to close the project. So that's your 60 question answers today in this PMP marathon. If you are my student, do send me your score, how many right you got or wrong you got personally to me. If you are not my students, one more time, I would like to invite you to our program that is starting on 90. Guys, the work we do. By the way, one more thing. Tomorrow, again, this time, the recording will not be provided same coaching call. I'll put it again to public. So if you want to rewatch it, it will be publicly again on YouTube. So you can watch it at my channel. And after that, after tomorrow, I will remove it for non-premium students. For premium students, I'll share that link with you guys. Okay, so now I just want to share with you how the entire program works when you join my program, right? When you join the program, how basically we take you to every single step, whatever you need to pass the PMP. Let's say you are standing here. Now, your case can be you are new to PMP. You have never taken PMP training. You have failed in the exam. This is you, whatever is your case. And this is your PMP certification. That's it. You see, I put it a straight line because it is a straight line. It's a roadmap that you need to follow. And that straight line will go up and down like a sinusoidal. But this is possible depending upon how much time you can provide. I will give you a customized roadmap for every single student, how they want to study. Now, when I talk about customized roadmap, there are 3 to 4 things I want you to understand. Every student learn in different way. Some people prefer to read book. Some people cannot read book. So some people can give 6 hours. Some people can only give 20 minutes a day. Imran from Thailand, he was basically from India but working in Thailand. He cleared PMP in 4 months or 3 months by giving 20 minutes a day. I divided his entire PMP journey into small parts. But then you see today when we started this journey, uh, Ismail cleared by giving 6 to 8 hours, and he cleared in 6 days. So the journey is straight from start point to end point with multiple things that we need to look into that. Now you can do it yourself. If you want to do it, there's so many things. You can buy my pathway book, you can buy a simulator and do it yourself. Or you can help me to coach you to customize a roadmap. I'll provide a roadmap according to your requirement. Then, now, is that roadmap working or not? You can get any roadmap, see other people doing those things. The daily follow up needs to look in. Are you going on a right track or not? You need to change something. What is the most important thing right now for you? For example, three of my students were doing mocks while we were in the PMP marathon. I said to them, leave the mock, come to PMP marathon. But there is one student who has exam on Tuesday. I asked him, please don't join marathon, do your task. So this follow up makes sure that you are on the right track, that your path is as simple as it. It is not zigzag, it is straight line. And then this was one coaching call. We do 4 to 5 coaching call depending on the requirement. For example, next week we will have a coaching call on Monday, EST coaching call. Tuesday we will have these ATP questions that you just did. We have almost 300 of them. We solve in this Tuesday coaching call. Then we will have a Thursday coaching call. Then we will have a Saturday coaching call, and maybe we'll also have a Sunday. We'll see. These are must, right? This maybe we'll have 4 hour special question answer session in which we will solve ATP. We did on last Sunday. I divided the people into the breakout room. They went into the breakout room. First 2 hours, they solved 60 questions. Next 2 hours, they discuss those 60 questions. Such a priceless thing that we do once you join the program. You get a customized roadmap, you get a follow-up, you get coaching calls that you can work into that. Then you get the best PMP simulator. You see, why I say best PMP simulator? I want to show you how my simulator works. I'll show you now, right? What are the things that works in my simulator? Let me show you. Okay. So you go to PMP simulator, okay? So now on my PMP simulator, once you are done with all the chapter questions, right? Once you are done with all the chapter question, I have already given the roadmap. For example, this is the batch 6 roadmap, okay? So I can see when I wake up in the morning, I see where do you stand. I'll show you the roadmap. These people are doing question answer. Where is that guy? Ismail. He passed it. Now this will motivate the people. Okay. They have passed it. This tracker is continuously working with them. So now once you are done the topic questions, you do start with the people mocks, then process mocks, then 180 question answers, and then my random mocks, which he was talking about. All those things are provided in this. Now these questions, let's say if I put fundamental questions, if I give a time box. Normally, if you are in my program, I give you fundamental questions, uh, those questions which basically which are without timer. But let's say once you solve the question, immediately you will not only get this thing, you will get your results plus a very important thing. Okay, plus very important thing that I want to share with you here. Let's say I open my email, you get a result so that you can do the root cause analysis. Not only you, let's say you close the browser, you are seeing question answer, RCA doing for that, you are looking into that. So this simulator actually helps you to go into depth of the questions. Then next thing, and a very important thing that I would say, my mastermind group. Okay. So my mastermind group is just the biggest thing I would say I have done. People are, this is the my mastermind group. Just look at this. All the PMP student of 2024, 801 students. We are congratulating each other. We are asking question here. For example, as you see, somebody asked a question here. Okay. Other persons are answering here. This question I answered here. So Naf put a question, I answered. Umar, he's a recent certified PMP. He's answering question. Binchad, he's a certified PMP. He's answering question answers. So such a priceless community you have at your hand when you join the program, this mastermind group. In addition to that, if you want to read, if you want a booklet, I'll give you that. If you want to a pathway to PMP, anything that I do will continuously get, right? The purpose here is to provide you every single thing that you need to pass in the PMP for you. And I will be there till you become certified PMP. If anyone has any question they would like to ask before they join the program, you are more than welcome. If you want to join, you have my number, you have my email. I will be more than happy to guide you in this journey. The class starts on 19th of July. The training fee for the group program is $699. One-to-one is $1,500. PMP exam is separate. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much for joining the PMP marathon. I hope you learned something. I really wish that you join the program. I can help you to become certified. Thank you very much. And with that, Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sasriyakal. Good evening, good night, wherever you are.